What is up, posse? My name is Will Rolnick, and welcome to another episode of t-Ema. So, it's come to this, huh? I have to review a movie that some guys I looked up to, RiffTrax, that they riffed themselves, that I just thought that I had to see for myself. And this has to be one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life. I am talking about RollerGator. The plot of RollerGator is, in fact, what the hell is even the plot? I mean, you have this teenage girl who tries to save this purple, ugly alligator thing that can talk, and save him from an evil carnival person? What? I mean, sure, there are some movies that had some pretty crappy stories, but this has no story whatsoever. And the acting is just horrific. Like, it makes The Room look Oscar-worthy, and Birdemic, I mean, holy crap. And the camera quality and the audio is easily the worst part of this movie, but we'll get to that in a little bit. There's also, one segment of the movie revolving around a ninja chasing our main characters. And according to the RollerGator, she knows karate, kung fu, taekwondo, and Chef Boyardee. Oh, that is hilarious. My sides are bursting. That's another thing. This comedy landed so flat on its face on so many levels. This was unbearable. I mean, there are a bunch of kids' movies that were pretty bad, like Food Fight, the Emoji Movie, to name a few. But this humor is like, I don't even know a word to describe it other than legendarily bad. And let's talk about this villain right here. He's easily one of the most one-dimensional, boring, and bland villains I have ever seen in a movie. Nothing he does makes any sense. And I was just driven to insane while watching this movie. But let's go back to the audio and the editing and the camera quality. It's easily some of the worst I've ever heard in a movie. I mean, granted, Birdemic has some pretty bad audio as well, but this has to be even worse than Birdemic. Like at the beginning, you can hardly hear what the characters are saying. In fact, throughout the movie, you can hardly hear what the characters are saying. Because there's a stupid guitar piece that's playing throughout the entire movie, and you don't get to hear a damn thing these characters say because of the stupid guitar piece. Because it's playing so freaking loud. I mean, this has to be a troll movie, right? Like, this is a movie we're not actually supposed to take seriously. I mean, granted, it's supposed to be a comedy or whatever, but even as a comedy, it falls flat on its face. Honestly, I can't think of really one good thing about this movie. I think this might be the one t-Ema where I've had a hard time trying to find a redeeming quality of this movie. Because this movie, this movie was so terrible! I mean, I guess the puppet for the RollerGator's okay, I think? But that's hardly enough to save this movie. I mean, this is... Hold on a second. This movie's only an hour and 23 minutes long, and it feels like it goes on for eternity. I'm sorry for looking at my phone and I was cheating a little bit, but I just had to. Okay, because I really need to get my raw reactions from this movie out there as quickly as possible. I'm sorry if I'm going on a huge rant to you guys. I'm not trying to. Just that this movie infuriated me. I'm not sure if this movie's supposed to be like a joke or whatever. It's supposed to be like, hey, we have the camera for the weekend. Let's just make a really crappy movie, for crying out loud. Like, I don't know if that was the case. And if not, then bravo. Good for you. You've succeeded. But if you're trying to make something actually funny and worth watching, then hell no, I won't support this. Oh, and there's supposed to be this RollerGator 2, which, guess what? Never happened! So we're stuck with this shitfest. So obviously I didn't like this movie. In fact, I really didn't like this movie. I'd say the RiffTrax version makes the movie a little bit more tolerable. But even then, it's like god-awful, with next to no redeeming qualities whatsoever, with bland comedy, wooden acting, horrible audio and camera quality, and a story that makes absolutely zero sense, with like no payoff whatsoever. My advice, guys, if you want to see the movie for itself, like without the RiffTrax, please don't, because it'll be an hour and 23 minutes of your life that you will never get back. But I would recommend watching the RiffTrax version, because it is pretty entertaining. So that just about does it for this episode of t-Ema. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. I'm going to try to see what other movies I can do. In fact, one movie I was recommended was Just Mercy with Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, so I'm going to check that out in the near future. So, until next time, see you later, posse.